Hello, everybody. Welcome back to the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor, and you guys must have thought I was done with Uncle Grandpa after the last two videos. Well, nope. He had another video I wanted to react to called Halloween in the Graveyard, which sounds spooky and terrifying at the same time. I wanted to see what he talks about in this video, so I'm going to turn the lights off, move the camera up here for you guys, and let's get this reaction on the road and in the bag.
It's kind of a night. See how the trees are just like, it's cool. Yeah, the wind's been blowing a little bit of rain, drizzle.
Yeah, I kind of like that type of weather anyway. Like cool, get a breeze flowing. It's nice weather.
Reminds me back when I was about 18 years old. Me and some buddies, boy, we wanted to go into a graveyard one Halloween night. So we found one, man. It's the old Jewish cemetery down there off Magnolia Road. So we go in there, you know, and we all sitting around. We've had a little fire going around the coffin, you know, around the grave site and everything, you know.
First of all, why would you have a campfire in a cemetery? I mean, that would be sort of disrespectful, but also I don't want to catch the ground on fire either.
We're talking about graves that were 150, 200 years old.
Good Lordy.
And we decided, well, let's smoke a joint. So we smoked a joint and got a little buzz on, you know. Decided then to drop a little mescaline, you know. Took a little mescaline. So here we are in the graveyard. There's 4 or 5 of us. And all of a sudden, man, I ain't lying. Out of nowhere, bodies were coming out of the grave.
Oh, heck no.
The bodies were like, you see these zombies? Ain't nothing like these creatures, man. They come out of the grave, and you can see the bones, and their veins were just dangling all in their bones. And oh my God! But I swear to God, I'm not lying, people.
Maybe you should have thought about not mixing a joint with mescaline. You never know what that stuff will make you see.
I sat there, and this one woman come out. She had on a wedding dress. And I'm looking at her, I'm going, oh God, oh God. And she says, where is he? I said, where is who? I am serious, people. She scared me. She said we talked, you know, and she was telling me how he left, he jilted her at the altar, and he had all the people there for the wedding, and he never showed up. The family was there. This was back in the 1800s, and she was so ashamed, and so afraid of what, embarrassed and all, that she went behind the church and she took a knife and she cut her wrist, and she bled to death, and they buried her in the same wedding dress that she was supposed to get married in.
Man, if I saw a zombie and they started talking to me, I'll be freaking out. I ain't lying. But yeah, if he saw a woman coming out of the grave wearing a wedding dress, I said, I ain't ready to get married yet. Seriously, though, it would be nice to get some information about him.
Here she is all of a sudden, 100 years later, and she's in front of me in this grave. And I'm like, oh my God, what am I going to do? And all of a sudden, other graves were opening up, and people were coming out of the graves, and they were like, oh my God, you know, I wanted to run. I ran into tombstones. I fell in a hole. I landed in there with one of, oh my God, I landed in there, one of the bodies, man. And the guy reached up and he grabbed me by the head, and he was pulling me down. Oh God, scared me to death. I jumped up out of the grave and I ran. I ran to the mausoleum, and there were like 4 dead people standing in front of it, and they were ready to, they were like, come here, and I'm like, oh my God, what am I gonna do?
Yeah, I'll be crapping my pants out if I saw zombies just saying, come here, come here. I ain't ready to die yet, and I don't want to be eaten by you guys. Ooh, that would be spooky and terrifying. Let me know down in the comments, what would you guys do in that situation if zombies just started popping out of the graves and whatnot, and then they said, come here, what would you do? I'm running.
But I learned a valuable lesson that night. I never smoked no more of that goddamn weed. That shit pumped me up. God damn.
Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
So did you make all that up?
Hell yeah.
Oh, God.
That's bad weed, man.
Man.
Weed? Are you sure it wasn't the mescaline?
Might have been the mescaline. No, that was a true story. I was so fucked up that drinking that. I mixed weed, mescaline, and I was drinking Ripple wine. Them bodies were coming out the goddamn graveyard and getting my ass.
Man, I'll be having a heart attack if I start seeing what he was seeing. Good lordy. And also, yeah, mixing Ripple wine. Oh, lordy. Like Angry Grandpa said, he learned a valuable lesson that night. And I am not going to do what he just did either, where like smoking weed and then you mix it with mescaline. I don't know what that is, but maybe a pill. And then you mix it with wine. Oh, heck no. You don't know what your mind's going to be coming up with to make you go nuts. But yeah, that would be a scary sight just to see, like you're sitting in a graveyard and all of a sudden these bodies start coming out. Oh, Lord, I'll be running like it would be. Good Lord. Oh, I can't even imagine seeing that happening, but geez, I would be terrified. But anyway, that's going to be it for now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, turn on post notifications for more Angry Grandpa content like this. This has been another successful installment of the Tin Man's Corner channel. I'm your host, Jeffrey Tin Man Taylor. Sayonara and happy Halloween early.